Hello there, this is Ron Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Fellas, being a leader is powerful. And, as I continue that whole thing with being a good bar without being exceptionally good looking or muscular, one of the things that can really turn on a woman is that you're a natural leader. And here's why. Here's why. The reality of human beings is that most men and women are built to follow somebody. Let me say that again. Most human beings are built to follow somebody. In fact, people will find somebody to follow. That's just the nature of it. Even some people who think they're leading, really they're really not. If you the type of man who can just take charge, the situations go in the pot and a man can make a decision and he can just lead. And I don't mean bully or be a dictator or try to force people. Just lead naturally. Because sometimes the best leaders ain't even speakers. They just somebody, they see some shit happening and they just run in. They don't wait for anybody. They'll just make that decision and just say, look, I'm going. They don't be like, hey, y'all follow me and this what you do. Like, there's a difference between being a leader and being a boss or being a manager. You give that boss authority, you give that manager authority. But a leader just simply goes. The true leader, he cuts the path. He's going to cut the path that has to be cut. He's just going to go do what has to be done. And then he's going to not only that, but he knows that people are following him, and he knows he has some level of responsibility for them. And he knows it's like, wait a minute, because the thing with a leader is ultimately a servant. And he's actually serving the needs of the people. See, that's the deep thing. So, but if a man is a leader, he usually has the traits that, because of his traits, because he's a take charge type of man, because he's serving the needs of the people, because what he's doing is not really for himself, but for others, that can draw women like crazy. Because if you look at true leaders, like natural leaders, and it's like you see him as that person who just steps up when you need somebody to step up. You see that person who makes it could be the person in the neighborhood who decides, hey, you know what, I don't like how some shit happening around here, we're gonna clean this shit up. It could be that brother who say, you know what, I'm tired of these Bamas sitting on the wall or doing this, I'm gonna just walk up to them and I'm gonna tell them they got to go. And it's the guy who's gonna make that decision. It's the guy who can make the choice. He can make the decision and be responsible for it. See, despite all the shit they like to talk about being independent and stuff, women by nature follow a man. By nature. Even if they fight it. Like, women by nature are not leaders. I'm gonna say that again. I don't care what women get mad that I say it. Y'all not leaders, y'all nurturers. Like, you getting by nature. Now you get some exceptions. I grant you that. But the exceptions tend to be have some masculine energy. Just how it is. Leadership is more of a masculine thing because you taking action. You being assertive. So it's a definite masculine energy. Women by nature will submit to that energy. If a man is the type of man who's a take charge type of dude, who's just going to do what he got to do regardless of, what everybody else doing. And if he don't, like, say, a true leader, he's just going to jump into the fire. He's going to go. He's going to make the moves. And he's going to say what he got to say. And you usually ain't going to really see a true leader until the shit hits the fan. You really not. That's that person that's going to respond in a crisis. That's that person who's going to be able to think in a crisis. Most women, they get turned on by that because women really have an inner need to submit to a man. I'm going to say that again. Women have an inner need to submit to a man. That's why I'm gonna hit y'all with something deep. That's why a lot of these independent women, these women who might even call themselves feminists and they independent, they strong independent women, you start scratching below the surface and you'll find out that they either into something like BDMSM where they are submissive, or they got some guy on the side that nobody know about who they will cook dinners for, they will do all the girly stuff for, because it's a need for him to submit to a guy. So if a man is a natural leader, he's naturally dominant. Like, that's another way of putting it. He's a dominant guy. He's going to take charge. He's going to lead. He's not a follower. That turns on a woman. That turns on a woman. And you have some guys like that. But see, the thing with that type of guy, he ain't necessarily drop dead handsome. See, Hollywood got it twisted. They get the, people be seeing these movies and thinking like the natural leaders, some fashion model type of cat. No, a leader can come in any form. I mean, he can be short, he can be overweight, he can be slim, plain looking. But he's a leader because when the crisis comes, he takes charge. And he takes charge easily. He takes charge and he takes responsibility. See, there's more than just taking charge. He takes responsibility. And he has no problems being responsible for other people. He has no problems for it. He has no problem stepping out. He has no problem taking the lead and just doing something because whether it's right or wrong, he feels it's right. He's just going to do it. He don't give a shit what anybody else going to do. That does something for the woman. When she knows her man can lead, a woman is actually at peace. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hit y'all with something deep. And this is for the fellas. This is why a lot of fellas lose out on some women. A lot of these women who don't want to be independent and don't want to submit to a man, it's not that they don't want to submit. They just haven't found that man who is just going to have the balls just to lead. I'm going to say that again. See, some men want a woman to submit and follow them without showing that they have the ability to lead. The woman has to trust, and when a woman submits, she has to trust that that man is going to be able to make the decisions. She has to trust that man's decisions. And see, you have a lot of men out there who are faking. Some of them are, hey, I hate to say it, but some of them are many of them are the men that a lot of these women are chasing, because too many women are chasing a guy just because, he's extraordinarily good looking. Because, yeah, even though I'm saying, women will go for other things than a man, we still gotta be real. If that guy's extraordinarily good looking, that woman's she gonna get wet. Then we ain't getting past that. All I've been telling you the last couple videos is some stuff that, a woman to make exceptions for. But don't get it twisted. But see, the problem is that man might not be a leader. And see, then they if they deal with enough of these men, they feel like, well, shit, I can't submit. And that's why some women will test a man. They'll see if he can make those decisions, if they can submit. Because see, once a woman meets a man she can really submit to, that's why you see some independent women, some of these strong independent women, they meet that one take charge guy who ain't playing that shit. They change up. All of a sudden they start taking cooking lessons. They become happy housewives. I've seen that shit. Hell, I've even seen cases where lesbians have changed up. That's when you know the shit is deep. Because all women have that need to submit. They just have to trust the man they submit to. So if a man asserts himself as a leader, like I said, if he don't look like all that he's average, a woman might not feel him at first. Or if she sees taking charge, she might feel, okay, is this for real? So she might wait a while. She might check him out for a while. But ultimately, when she gets to that point where she feel like she can submit, boom, she gets turned on. And then the key to a woman's sexuality is really her submission. Let me say that again. The key to a woman's sexuality, or actually her sexual satisfaction, is her submitting to a man. That's why I say you get some of these hard charging women, sometimes they'll find that guy to submit to, even if it's like on the low. Because they know themselves, they figured it out. You know, I don't want to call this one particular woman's name because she's easily searched on the internet, but she was like that with me. And she even told me, she said everybody knows this hard charging women publicly, but she needed to be around a man she could be very submissive to. And that's what she was around me. Because I was a dude, don't play that shit. I'm actually nicer on video than I am in real life. So people don't get it twisted with me. I know I sound some type of way. Yeah, I sound like I might just be a chill, mellow dude, but nah, I'm very my way or the highway. So, but just being that leader, just be that type of dude who's not gonna just follow. See, the thing about a leader, he ain't blaming everybody else for shit. I'm just gonna say that a leader just gonna go do what he gotta do. He's just gonna lead, and he's just gonna do whatever whatever he feels is right. He ain't gonna say it's right by society standards or somebody else, but he's just gonna lead, be that leader, And now, even though I use the term game with it, none of it's a game. None of it is really a game. That's just more colloquialism to use, the current one. Yeah, 15 years from now, we might be saying something else. But just understand, you can't, like, just to conclude, like, not just this video, but all the, previous ones, don't get caught into your physical shit. Don't get caught up. It's just a body. It really is. And I'm gonna tell you what, going through life, like, my big thing was, if I didn't exercise, I would put on weight. Right? I would put on weight. And I remember one time my weight got up to like 270. And I still had women going crazy over me, like fine ass women going crazy. Because I didn't allow that shit to, like, stop who I was otherwise. And I had other things going on that worked. And like I said, none of this is theory. For some guys it is theory, because they haven't experienced it personally. But I don't talk about anything that's theory. If I haven't personally experienced it, I know somebody personally who has, and I've seen it. Like, if it hasn't been something I've seen work, I have never talked about on a video something I haven't personally witnessed or experienced. Never. And I never will. So, for all the fellas out there listening, don't get caught up in what your physical thing is. It is what it is. You still gotta keep going. And you got so many other ways to be in that top select category. And notice none of those other things got to do with money. Even the style thing, if you really know how to shop, shit, you can still be stylish without spending a lot of money. You can, man, being cool and calm, that shit's free as hell. That is the freest thing you can do. And being just leading, just being a leader, or if you're a natural leader, or just developing those leadership qualities, that's free too. And that's within you. So it's like, you don't even need the money. And it's the beauty of it is you can control that. You can't control your genetics, but you can control like how cool you are. You can control your leadership, and really you can control your style. So it's like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really want to I'm gonna tell you what, if anybody comes in my comments, start coming in my comments after this video and talk about, well, you gotta be good looking and all of that, I'm gonna start ignoring. Like, I'm very well known for responding, but I'm gonna start ignoring stuff like that. Seriously, I'm just gonna let it pass. I ain't gonna like it or anything. I'm just gonna say, all right, you said it, boom. Because at some point as men, we gotta stop making excuses. Seriously. Cause I'm really, you know, what they're doing the videos talking about what the women are doing is getting old, man. The few I've done, that's old for me now. You know, I recently did a video on the swirlers. I was clowning them a little bit, but unless one does something and they call my name in it, and I feel a strong need to respond, I probably won't do another one on it. Or what the sisters are doing, or what any women are doing. Because at some point, a man can control his own shit. Fuck what the women are doing. You know, because I did a video, Fine Sisters Only, and that's not just for sisters. Yeah, regardless of your race or whatever, you deal with a certain class of women. From this point forward, man, shit, only the good ones. Rest of them, they're pigeons. I don't give a fuck what they do. And that's what the men who follow me, follow my channel, that's what we gotta start focusing on. We're gonna start focusing on our own shit. Alright? And focusing on the best women. The rest of them, they can burn. You know, we're gonna start practicing something with them. Survival of the fittest. The fittest can roll with us. The rest, hey, dude, wish them whatever. But as far as the men, it's all about us. Anyway, that's it for this one. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.